Hi, Yoni Kempinski here. This week on Israeli Salad, we are starting our program here in the beautiful village of Zichron Yakov. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Hi. As I said, I'm here in the northern village of Zichron Yakov, located not far away from the city of Haifa. Now, there are many interesting stories about the people who founded the village of Zichron Yakov, but I wanted to focus on one family, the Aronson family from Zichron Yakov, part of the Nili group.
The Aronsons immigrated in 1882. During World War I, they were part of a Jewish group who spied for the British against the Turks who controlled the land of Israel. The eldest son, Aaron, was a famous agronomist who discovered the wild wheat, also known as the mother of wheat. Aaron led the Nili group with his sister Sarah, who shot herself after being caught and tortured by the Turkish soldiers. Rivka, the remaining sister, founded the Aronson home, a museum of the story of Nili and a restoration of her family's home. Visitors to this site experience the feeling of the Aronsons' home and are inspired.
The story shows how a few people can make a huge difference. It also represents the struggles that the Jewish people have had throughout our history.
Now, let's enter the home of the Aronson family. In the entrance, we have the kitchen of the Aronson family. This is the guest room. And here's the dining room of the Aronson family. Here is the home of Aaron Aronson. Let's go in. As we said, Aaron Aronson was a very intellectual person. Here we can see his study room with many books on all different topics. In here we can see some of the furniture that was bought by Aaron Aronson in Damascus. Now this is Aaron Aronson's bedroom. After Aaron discovered the mother wheat, his friend, a carpenter who lived here in Zichron Yaakov, built him this special bed. Now here in the bathroom of the Aronson family was the tragic end of the story of Sarah Aronson, known as Sarah Giborat Nili, Sarah the hero of the Nili organization. Okay, so we only touched one of the many stories of Zichron Yaakov and one of the sites which you can visit when you come here. So remember, when you come to Israel, come visit the beautiful northern village of Zichron Yaakov. We'll be back in the studio in just a moment.
It's absolutely a gorgeous place. I recommend it for all you folks to go out there and visit.
What does the Western Wall mean to you?
When I come to the Kotel, I don't think about like Herod. I don't think about the Second Temple. Really, I think about the Israeli soldiers who came in '67, screaming "Efo Kotel, Efo Kotel!" And when they came to the wall, they cried. These grown men crying, kissing the wall. And that's what makes me feel connected to the Kotel.
Welcome back to the Israeli Salad Studio. And now for our special interview. So how many of you visit Israel? I asked Minister of Tourism, Elon, how things look from his office in Jerusalem. Shalom to the Minister of Tourism, Elon.
Shalom, Yoni.
Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
So the summer is here. Are the tourists?
Yes, they are. Surprise. And it's a real surprise. First of all, the clouds of the Iraq war dissolved. Secondly, 3 years of terror, it's too much. And people, Jews, evangelicals, saying to themselves, we are not going to give Yasser Arafat or Osama bin Laden this privilege to force us to change our way of life, to uproot us from the Holy Land, from Eretz Israel, and the same as the Israelis did. We are going to exhaust the terrorists. They are not going to exhaust us. And people come back. People are coming back, and I have to tell you that if it will go like I see in the indications of reservations, August going to be packed, and then September, October, November, December, and Emir Hashem, with assistance of God, we can do it.
So if you say that they're going to come, the tourists, so what are you planning for them? What is this office planning? Any special events?
First of all, God planned it years ago, and He gave us so many gifts here in this Holy Land. It's a package deal of snow in the Mount of Hermon in the north, and in a car distance you are in Sahara Desert, in the Negev. You can be in the lowest place in the whole world, the Dead Sea, and in half an hour you are in the Mediterranean. The holiness of Jerusalem, and less than half an hour car distance, you are in Tel Aviv, that it's more New York than New York, with the good and the bad things. So first of all, we have so many unique gifts that God gave us in this land, and you know, this is the place that heaven and earth kissing each other. Beside this, we have nice package deals. Even in this season of peak, that it's very rare to find good package deal. You can go to the internet and you can see the ads, and we try to go directly to the markets. You have to do good shopping in order to find the good and the best package that you can, but you can find.
Now, some people are still afraid because the security situation is problematic. How is your office trying to improve the security measures in these sites?
We invested a lot of energy, time and money in this issue. Our airline, our airport, every hotel has guards, every restaurant, every disco. We don't take safe and security for granted. We want every tourist to feel safe, and we are doing our best in this thing. And thank God we came to almost 1 million. And those that came here, I don't know one that regretted. They didn't have good time, fun, and felt that He helped us in a mission of solidarity, that He strengthened the nation of Israel in a very, very difficult situation and under very, very bad circumstances in difficult times. And it's another package deal, to do good thing and to help and to strengthen your brothers and your sisters, and in the same time to have good time.
Hotel managers and tour guides and many people who are involved in tourism say that when there's a peace process, there is tourism, and when there isn't, there is no tourism. How do you, as someone who is against the peace process as it is now, how do you relate to this?
Listen, I as a Jew, as a believer, can quote you Book of Psalms 122. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. Who hates peace? God forbid. We all want peace. And I don't want to risk my nation by creating in the biblical heartland terror-independent state. And I have, in order to have tourism, to uproot the abilities of terror, to uproot the infrastructure of the terror, to continue, as we are doing, slowly but surely, showing the terrorists that they are not going to frighten us, coming to Israel and having security and safe conditions. You'll see the prosperity in tourism, and I'm sure that all of those that came want to come again, at least to send their friends.
Okay, so I want to end with this. Minister of Tourism Ben Elon, you have 10 seconds to convince our viewers, come to Israel.
Come to Israel. Why? Because here in Israel you can feel that heaven and earth kissing each other. and the spiritual concepts are real things. The Bible, God of Israel, State of Israel. Be well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, why did you come to Israel?
We came here to visit Israel and because my son is going to marry next Sunday, and we are going to the party and to the everything.
Like every week, before we leave, I'm joined by Rabbi Samson from his office in Jerusalem. Shalom, Rabbi Samson. Last week you explained why specifically women light the Shabbat candles. This week I'd like to continue with this subject and try to understand why most women light 2 candles. What does this symbolize?
Shalom, Yoni. Shalom to all of our watchers and listeners around the world. When you ask about the candles, there is a definite reason why we light 2. And there's a joke they tell about the Jewish people. How come we have 2 tablets and not 1? That when God asked the Jewish people if they would receive the 10 commandments or the 2 tablets, the Jews asked, how much do they cost? And when God said they're free, so then the Jews said, well, we'll take 2. And that's the source for the 2 tablets. The candles have a little bit of a different reason behind them, why we have 2 and not 1. The 10 commandments are written in 2 different sections in the Torah, and there is a slight variation of words, and the first word of the commandment for keeping the Sabbath in one section says Zachor, remember, and in the other it says Shamor, keep the Sabbath. Remembering is not exactly keeping, and because this differentiation in words, our rabbis understand that both are included within the commandment, and that we need both phases. One candle is for Zachor, the other candle is for Shamor. One is for remembering, the other is for watching and keeping the Sabbath.
Rabbi Samson, thank you very much. I'd like to remind all our viewers that Rabbi Samson joins us thanks to Machon Meir, the largest Zionist institute for bringing people closer to Judaism. Don't forget to send us your emails with comments and ideas. So, a great and peaceful Shabbat to you all, and be sure to join us again next week on Israeli Salad.
טוב להודות להשם, טוב להודות להשם, ולזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך, בלילות להגיד בבוקר חסדך